Pisces season is upon us. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, the sun will be transiting through the sign of Pisces from February 19th to March 20th. And during that 4-week period, there will be some intense planetary shifts. So in this video, I'll be going over what these energetic shifts will mean for your individual sign. I've missed you all and I am happy to be back. And by the way, thanks to all of you that have become members. If any of you are interested in becoming a member, where you can get access to the weekly Magic of the Moon videos and other exclusive perks, just hit that join button next to the subscribe button. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. Pisces season will begin when the sun enters Pisces on February 19th at 4:13 a.m. Universal Time, which will be at 8:13 p.m. on February 18th if you're on Pacific Time, 11:13 p.m. also on February 18th Eastern Standard Time, and for those of you that live in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 3:13 p.m. on February 19th in Sydney, Australia, and 6:13 a.m. on February 19th in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now let's find out the best way to make the most of this Pisces season energy. If you feel like 2024 hasn't gotten off to a great start, don't worry. Pisces season is the final manifesting phase when it comes to the energy that you created during 2023. Pisces season is the transition phase that will lead to a major push forward leading into Aries season, where 2024 truly gets underway. Pisces is known for their incredible intuition and their adaptability, so this is a 4-week period where everyone is meant to listen to their inner voice. Observe the world around you and identify what it is that you truly want for 2024 and adapt your actions and mindset accordingly. This way you will find yourself becoming more powerful when it comes to utilizing your strengths while using your intuition to identify what is right for you and what is not for you. So let's celebrate all those creative, imaginative Pisces out there while using the energy of Pisces season to unleash your imagination, define your desires without limits, and craft a plan of action to make 2024 your best year yet. Happy Pisces season. Now that you know the best way to harness the power of Pisces season, let's see what this Pisces season will mean for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this will be in your 12th house. So Aries, overall, this is going to be a 4-week period of preparation for you. This is a time where you will have a strong connection to your intuition and you're really meant to slow down a bit. Really look at your life at this point in time and ask yourself, what is it that you truly want for 2024? Based on the answer to that question, you are also meant to understand what you're meant to let go of in order to make space for those desires that you have. You may need to let go of certain behaviors or habits, certain ways of thinking, certain relationships, whatever it is for you. It will be so important to identify these things, release them, embrace the truth of what it is you desire, and allow the 12th house sun transit energy to assist you by bringing you signs, by bringing you clarity when it comes to the best way to move forward. This way, when your season rolls around, which is the true beginning of the spiritual year, the astrological year, then you will be ready to hit the ground running and really get into the momentum of 2024. Now on February 23rd, we have Mercury entering Pisces, which will also be in your 12th house, which will indicate that the more time you allow yourself to be alone and meditate or journal, the more truth will be revealed to you. You also may feel that when certain things come up for you, you won't immediately react or say something. You'll take a bit longer to process the information, so that way when you do decide what you want to share and how you want to share it, you will feel confident that you're making the right decision. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be doing a separate video for, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. On March 29th, Mercury will shift from Pisces into Aries, which will be in your 1st house. So this will be the time where all of the contemplation that you've been engaged in and all of the information that you have been receiving and maybe holding on to, you will start to feel confident and clear and ready to communicate what is necessary in order to begin moving yourself forward in the direction of beginning the next chapter, starting that momentum into Aries season. Now, this will also be a good time to have any difficult conversations that you may have been avoiding. On March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will also be in your 12th house. And you know how new moons are an excellent time for new beginnings. So this could be a really good date to set for yourself in terms of setting some short-term goals, with the completion date being the next full moon, which will take place on March 25th. Now, the new moon may also be a time where a secret is revealed to you, Aries, and you may receive a very significant sign in terms of what your next steps should be. So really keep your awareness heightened for that. Then we have the final shift of Pisces season on March 11th, which will be Venus shifting into Pisces, which will also be in your 12th house. And up until this point, Venus will have been in Aquarius, so the energy when it comes to love will shift, indicating that if you do meet someone new, there may be some secretive element to it. And not necessarily in the shady way, but just in a way where you may not want to open up about the connection just yet to everybody around you. This also may be a time where you will feel the confidence to approach someone that you're interested in and ask them out. The 12th house isn't an extreme indicator of new love, but it will be possible, which is promising if you are single and looking for love. And if you're already in a relationship, this could be a time where a secret is revealed, or a time where you will have to really be there emotionally for your significant other, or they may have to be there for you, resulting in a deeper connection or a deeper understanding in terms of if you two are truly meant to be together. So this 12th house Venus transit could prove to be very significant if you are already in a relationship. So overall, Pisces season is more of a preparation phase and a time of clarity for you, Aries, as you prepare to explode on the scene when your season comes around. So take your time, be aware of the signs that are coming your way, make sure that you give yourself some alone time, and be ready for the excitement the following chapter will bring. But in the meantime, embrace this energetic opening and happy Pisces season. Okay, my powerful Taurus, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 11th house. So Taurus, this is going to be an excellent time of year for you where you really start to make some new significant connections that could lead to new business dealings, that could also lead to new creative opportunities, and that could lead to financial gain and just an overall momentum increase when it comes to your social world. And this is also a crucial time for you to clarify what the vision is that you have for yourself in terms of what you see yourself manifesting and accomplishing for 2024. So make sure to use this 4-week period to your advantage when it comes to identifying your goals and giving your energy to the people and the activities that you know support those goals. Anything you need to leave behind, Taurus, Pisces season is the time to do it. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which is also in your 11th house, which not only makes this an excellent energy for you to be inspired and to come up with a clear vision for what it is that you want out of 2024, but it also indicates that if you get the opportunity to work as part of a group, then you should definitely do so because the outcome could be very beneficial for you. Then on February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be doing a separate video for, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Then we have Mercury shifting from Pisces into Aries on March 9th, which will be in your 12th house. So this will be the time during Pisces season where you might feel your confidence shift a bit inward, meaning you may find yourself doubting things a bit more than usual. Just know that the solution for this is meditation, prayer, journaling, basically any spiritual practice that will help you shift from basing everything on the physical and connecting more to your inner voice. So make sure you are aware of this Mercury shift so that way if you have any important decisions coming up during that time, you really take your time to quiet your mind, really connect to your inner truth, then make your final decision. Now on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will also be in your 11th house, which is an excellent time for planting new seeds of intention that will begin to yield results when the next full moon comes around, which will be on March 25th. The new moon may mark the opening to a 2-week period where you could meet someone new and very influential in terms of helping you on your path to success, which is very exciting, Taurus. Then we have the final big transit of Pisces season, which will be when Venus shifts from Aquarius into Pisces on March 11th, which will also be in your 11th house, indicating that you may meet a romantic interest through a friend. So if you're single and you're looking for love, the odds of you connecting with someone romantically will increase around March 11th, which is exciting. And if you're already in a relationship, this indicates that the two of you may find yourselves being more involved in social activities or being invited to more social events as a couple. And the two of you may even come up with a major goal as a couple, and that goal could prove to really be financially beneficial for the two of you. So overall, Pisces season is going to be an eventful time for you, Taurus. Just make sure to factor in the fact that the energy of 2024 will really start to pick up when Aries season comes along. But in the meantime, just know there could be some crucial connections that you could make during Pisces season. So embrace this energetic opening and happy Pisces season, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 10th house. So Gemini, Geminis, this will be an excellent 4-week period for you when it comes to work and making money. Now, I know the theme of work is not everyone's favorite thing or really anyone's favorite thing. Hopefully you have a job that you love or at least like. And if this is the case, then this is going to be a time period where there's a wave of opportunity to make more money, which is great. This may also mean more responsibility, but at least the compensation will increase as well. Now, if you are unemployed and looking for a job, this 10th house sun energy is an indication that you may find exactly what you're looking for during this 4 weeks of Pisces season, which is also fantastic. Now, if you are feeling trapped in a job that you do not love or that you actually can't stand, this could be very well the time where if you take the time to actively look for something else, you will be likely to find it and able to leave the job that you are unhappy with. Just make sure you find something first before you leave what you're in. So Pisces season will be focused on work, money, and increasing your relationship with abundance, which is great news, Gemini. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which will also be in your 10th house. So this makes this an excellent time to make a clear, concise plan for yourself, especially when it comes to your career and when it comes to your finances. So this will be working hand in hand with the sun in Pisces to really increase the fulfillment in this area of your life. Then on February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be doing a separate video for, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Then on March 9th, we have Mercury shifting from Pisces into Aries, which will be in your 11th house, which indicates that you not only will have a surge in creative ideas and energy, but this could also be a time where you may have a very important meeting or even something as simple as a conversation that could lead to the materialization of a big goal of yours or a dream coming true. So this is going to be an excellent Mercury transit for you. Now, if you do have any job interviews or opportunities where you have an option in terms of when you want to schedule it, during this Mercury transit could be the perfect time. So that would be any time between March 9th and April 1st, because April 1st will be when Mercury goes retrograde. So keep that in mind. Then on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will also be in your 10th house. So this could mark the time where the new work opportunity presents itself. This could also be a great time to ask for a raise if that's something that you've been wanting to do. This is also a good time to start a short-term goal for yourself where you can make the completion date of that goal when the next full moon comes along, which will be on March 25th. Then we have the final transit of Pisces season, which will be when Venus shifts from Aquarius into Pisces on March 11th, which will also be in your 10th house. So Geminis, when it comes to love, if you are single and looking to manifest a romantic connection, the 10th house Venus transit is not a strong indicator of love coming your way. However, it also isn't a strong indicator that it won't. But what it does indicate is that if you do find yourself encountering a new romantic connection, then more than likely you will meet them somehow connected to work in some way or your professional world. So you will either meet them at work or through someone that you work with. Now, if you are already in a relationship, the 10th house Venus transit indicates that you can count on this Venus transit not having a major effect on your relationship unless Venus forms a major aspect with the chart of the person that you're in a relationship with. Mostly, Venus will increase your work relationships and financial abundance, especially if you work in the world of creative arts. So overall, Gemini, Pisces season is going to be an excellent time for you to make some positive advancements career-wise and financially, all while gaining clarity on exactly what it is that you want for 2024. This way you can hit the ground running when Aries season comes along. So embrace this energetic opening and happy Pisces season, Gemini. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 9th house. So Cancers, this is going to be an exciting 4-week period for you. The sun transiting the 9th house means that this is going to be a time where your world is about to expand in terms of possible travel opportunities, a wave of good fortune, you having new perspectives on life, and even if you don't find yourself traveling, it is likely you will meet someone from a different culture, or if there is someone in your life from a different background than you, that relationship between the two of you could prove to be very lucrative in the future. But just know that overall, Pisces season is going to be an excellent time of year for you and the perfect energy to set you up for a strong strong momentum when it comes to starting the astrological year when Aries season comes along. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which will also be in your 9th house. This transit is excellent for you being able to express yourself effectively. So if there's any conversation that you've been holding off on because you've been nervous that you might say the wrong thing or that you might be received the wrong way, this 9th house Mercury transit will be a good time to go ahead and have that conversation because this energy indicates a positive outcome. Also, if you are in a profession where writing is at all involved, this is a very positive influence for successful outcomes in this area as well. We also have the full moon in Virgo that takes place on February 24th, which I will be doing a separate video for, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Then on March 9th, Mercury will be shifting from Pisces into Aries, which will be in your 10th house. So this will actually make this a fantastic time to ask for a raise if that's something that you've been wanting to do at your job. Now, this is also a great time for job interviews. So if you have any of those coming up during this Mercury in Aries time period, this will indicate a positive outcome. You will also be thinking more in a solution-oriented way, and you will also have some creative ideas relative to ways of making money. Now on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which is going to be in your 9th house, which is an excellent energy for manifesting because, as you probably know, the formula for manifesting is allowing your imagination to envision what it is that you desire while feeling the excitement of that vision being experienced as though you have already brought that dream into reality. And the best energy for you connecting to your imagination and to your emotional disposition is Pisces energy. This is the perfect recipe for you to make some major leaps forward, Cancer. So this will be a great time for you to set a new goal for yourself. You will also do well to do a new moon meditation or a journaling phase, or just make sure you stay consistent with your daily prayer practice. Whatever you know connects you the most in terms of your spiritual practices, make sure to be implementing those activities during the new moon energy, which will continue from the day of the new moon until the full moon comes around on March 25th. Then we have the final big transit of Pisces season, which will be when Venus enters Pisces on March 11th, which will be, yes, in your 9th house. So this is an excellent time for love when it comes to manifesting the relationship that you've been looking for, or for deepening a relationship that you're already in. This is also an excellent time for expanding and increasing your connection to financial abundance. This indicates traveling of any sort, interacting with different cultures like I was talking about before, and trying any new activities that present themselves. By doing that, more than likely, it will result with a positive outcome. So this is not a time to be sitting at home and recharging, Cancers. This Venus transit, along with the majority of the other transits, lets you know that Pisces season is a time for you to get out, to be social, to try new things, to take some risks, all while making sure that by the end of Pisces season, you are clear on what it is that you want out of 2024, because once Aries season hits, the year truly gets underway. So an exciting time to embrace this energetic opening, and happy Pisces season, Cancers. Okay, my powerful Leos, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 8th house. So Leos, this 4-week period is going to be a very crucial time for you. Any habit that you might have, or any thought pattern, or any belief system that you have that in any way stands in the way of your progress, this is going to be magnified. The reason for this is because when the sun transits your 8th house, it is a time where you are meant to identify what it is that you want to transform about yourself, and then put that intention into motion. Certain time periods throughout the year have a stronger energy of change and growth, and Pisces season is definitely that time for you. So the more you can harness this energy and use it for what it's meant to be used for, the more successful the remainder of your year will be when it comes to manifesting what it is that you want out of 2024. Now, this also means that if you are in a job that you don't want to be in, or in a relationship that isn't working for you, or if you have gotten into a rut where you are just going through the motions of life, then this will be the time where you will experience the frustration to a level where you will say you've had enough. So that way you can let go of whatever it is you need to let go of, and then start moving in the direction of what it is that you genuinely want. So when Aries season comes around, you will be in the perfect position for a major momentum in the right direction. Now on February 23rd, we have Mercury entering Pisces, which will also be in your 8th house, which will lend to you being a bit more reserved with your thoughts, but it will also lend to you being willing to and capable of analyzing things on a deeper level and really get to the meaning of what's going on behind the surface. So this is an excellent energy for you to have a meditation practice with the intention of revealing or discovering for yourself what it is that you truly desire and envision for yourself for 2024. So yet another energy working in your favor, Leo, to set you up for 2024 to be a year of change and advancement. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be doing a separate video for, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Then on March 9th, we have Mercury shifting from Pisces into Aries, which will be in your 9th house, which will bring about an energy that is more playful for you, Leo. Your creativity will increase, and any idea that you have will also come along with the clarity on how to put that idea into action. So when Mercury starts its transit through Aries, that will be a time, a really good time, to act on your inclinations with the likelihood of a positive outcome. On March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will also be in your 8th house, which marks an opportunity to overcome any habit that you have that you want to let go of or that you want to quit. Or if you have a habit that you want to create, like eating better or working out more consistently, this would be an excellent time to put that into action as well. Now, the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So if you make a commitment during this new moon in the 8th house, it is likely to really stick. So if you want to make some major changes before Aries season, the new moon in Pisces would be the time to do it. Then we have the final big shift of Pisces season on March 11th when Venus enters Pisces, which will also be in your 8th house. So when it comes to love, if you are single and looking for love, your desire for this connection is going to definitely increase during this time. You will want not only the spiritual connection that a relationship can bring, but you'll also desire the physical connection. And the 8th house is not a major indication of meeting someone new. However, it is also not a major indication that you won't. So the probability is there, and it does indicate that if you do meet someone, they may be in some way connected to the world of psychology, or they may be involved in research in some way. Now, if you are already in a relationship, you may find that the person that you are with is desiring more of your time and more of your attention. And if the sexual connection between the two of you is at all an issue in your relationship, this would be an excellent transit to address that with the likelihood of a positive outcome. So overall, Leos, Pisces season is a very important time of clarity and change for you, preparing you for the excitement of Aries season, where 2024 really gets moving for you. So make sure to put your energy and focus in the right place, so that way you will be prepared to make the most of what is ahead when Aries season does come along. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy Pisces season, Leos. Okay, my powerful Virgos, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 7th house. So Virgo, this is a time of year where you are really meant to focus on the relationships in your life. Now, when you heard me say the word relationships, what was your initial reaction? What did you feel? And what was the following thought you had relative to that feeling? The answer to those questions are going to be a major indication in terms of what you generally believe about relationships. And based on that belief, you can determine what your reality is at this moment when it comes to relationships. And from that, you can get a great indication of just how much work you might need to do during this 4-week period of Pisces season in order to get the relationships in your life to a place where you really feel supported, where you're also giving support, and where you feel love and you're giving love. Now, we know that Venus is the planet of love and money, and when Pisces season begins, Venus is going to actually be in Aquarius, which is in your 6th house. So for the first part of Aquarius season, it's not going to be too eventful when it comes to romantic love. At least you may just find that the people in your life are requiring a bit more of your time, but the actual main focus will be the relationship that you have with yourself in terms of taking care of yourself, making sure to take care of your health. But stay tuned, because I'm going to come back to Venus when I get to the later part of this Pisces season. But just for now, know that the overall theme for the 4 weeks of Pisces season is relationships for you, Virgo, and this is relationships of all kinds: friendships, romantic relationships, work relationships, family, etc. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which is in your 7th house as well, which actually makes this an excellent time for communicating one-on-one with people. Group settings probably won't go so well for you, so the more you can work with someone one-on-one, the better. Also, if you have any issues with anyone that you need to be resolved, this could also be a great transit to talk things out with a high likelihood of a positive outcome. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will do a separate video for, so be sure to check that out. Then on March 9th, Mercury is going to shift from Pisces into Aries, which is in your 8th house, which will mark a time where you may find yourself wanting to be more introverted. Just keep in mind though, that because the sun will still be in your 7th house, this is not the time to keep relevant information to yourself. Just know if you do hold back certain information that you know someone that you're close to may want to know, just know that if you do that, this might come back to cause major problems for you in the future. Then on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, and this is where things really start to get a little interesting, because if you are single and looking for love, this marks an energetic opening where you could very well meet someone new. Now, if you're already in a relationship and you're wanting things to change in any area, this is an excellent time to have a conversation, to address the issues, and to start with a clean slate and new energy, which is very exciting. Then we have the final big transit of Pisces season, which is Venus entering Pisces, which takes place on March 11th, which will be working with that new moon energy and the sun's energy to really give you a strong momentum when it comes to romantic connections and also your relationship with financial abundance. So this Venus transit can be a fantastic phase for you relationship-wise, and when it comes to you making some money, it will just be very important for you to make sure that you use the 4 weeks of Pisces season to focus on what it is you want out of your relationships. Make sure you communicate, that way you are playing your part in manifesting those things, and also make sure you resolve any unresolved issues, so that way you're not carrying any baggage into Aries season. And instead you can hit the ground running, make some magic, and set the tone for 2024 to look very different in a positive way when it comes to the relationships in your life of all kinds, including your relationship with money. So embrace this energetic opening, Virgo, and happy Pisces season. Okay, my powerful Libras, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this will be in your 6th house. So Libra, this is that time of year where you are really meant to focus on what is going on with you when it comes to your health and when it comes to what it is that you do on a daily basis in terms of your schedule. You may have been feeling not quite like yourself physically, Libras, in terms of your energy levels and just your overall health and well-being lately. So the 4 weeks of Pisces season is a time for you to really take time for you. Prioritize yourself, and most of all, your health. Meaning this is the time to get your meal plan and what you eat on a daily basis in a great place. It is time to get your workout regimen in a good, consistent place, and it is time to minimize the amount of stress that you have in your life. And one great way to do that is to make sure that you are not playing the what if game too much. Don't spend much of your mental space playing out possible future scenarios. Really ground yourself in the present moment where all of your power is, and make sure that you are taking the steps that you know result in the best possible circumstances for you. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be shifting into Pisces, which will also be in your 6th house, which will make it much easier for you to be very clear on what it is that you would like to do when it comes into your professional world. It will support you in communicating these desires effectively, and you will find yourself having a lot of clarity when it comes to the best way to execute these ideas. So this will be an excellent Mercury transit for you. Then on February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be making a separate video for, so keep an eye out for that. On March 9th, Mercury will be shifting from Pisces into Aries, which will be in your 7th house. So this actually indicates a time period where if you have any issues in your relationships, this would be a great time to talk things out with a high likelihood of a positive outcome. It also indicates that you will work best if you are working one-on-one with someone as opposed to working as part of a team or part of a group. So keep that in mind if you have the option to choose between these two types of scenarios. But overall, this Mercury transit is a very positive energy in terms of the effect that it's going to have on the relationships in your life. It will also help you find the right words if someone comes to you with an issue that they would like to discuss. Now on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will also be in your 6th house. So this marks the perfect time for you to begin a new workout plan or meal plan for yourself, and the perfect beginning to step into a new flow of productivity, abundance, and balance, Libra. So it might be good at the start of Pisces season to say to yourself, you will give yourself until the 10th to start implementing some new habits and ideas, see which ones really work best, and then by March 10th, edit your plan down to what has been working for you and make that your final day-to-day schedule. The new moon in Pisces could also mark a 2-week period where a new work opportunity may be coming your way. Then we have the final big transit of Pisces season, which will be when Venus shifts into Pisces on March 11th, which will also be in your 6th house. So if you are single and looking for love, this is not a major indication of meeting someone new with romantic potential. However, Venus in the 6th house does indicate a potential for financial gain, which is always good news. And this this is whether you are single or already in a relationship. And if you are in a relationship, Venus in the 6th house indicates that you and your significant other may have some conflict that comes up over scheduling. So the way to be prepared or even to avoid an issue like this is to make sure that you two are communicating what your plans are each day, especially if you know that what you plan to do could affect what your significant other might need to do in order to pick up the slack, and that way you can make sure that everything runs smoothly. So overall, Libra, Pisces season is going to be an excellent time for you to get your life working for you by making sure that your habits, your daily rituals, and your schedule supports creating a flow that is low stress, high productivity, and most of all, optimum enjoyment. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy Pisces season, Libra. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 5th house. So Scorpio, this is going to be an excellent 4-week period for you, where the theme will be allowing yourself the freedom to enjoy your life. You tend to hold yourself to a very high standard. You also tend to hold those around you to a very high standard, which I understand, and I very much respect that. However, you can find yourself getting caught up in frustration and just an overall heavy energy due to the fact that much of the time these standards are not being met. So Pisces season is a time where you are meant to really release the idea of controlling anything around you. So that way you can find yourself going with the flow a bit more and enjoying the process as a result. Now, this does not mean to let go of your ambition or to let go of your drive, but it does mean only focus on the things that you know you do have control over and that you do have a strong effect on. And anything else, give it no energy. You will find a surge in creativity, which is fantastic. And this 5th house energy also indicates that it is highly likely that you may encounter someone that has romantic potential. And that is always fun. Now on February 20th, well, if it ends up, if it ends up in a good place, it's fun. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be shifting into Pisces, which will also be in your 5th house. This amplifies the surge of creative energy that I was talking about. So if you work within an artistic world, this could be a time where you find some inspiration that could really result in some major success down the line. This 5th house Mercury energy also indicates that if you are a parent, this is an excellent time to connect with your children or to address any issue that either they may be having or that you may have been experiencing with them. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be making a separate video for, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. On March 9th, Mercury will shift from Pisces into Aries, which will put Mercury's energy in your 6th house, which will lend to you being in a phase of heightened productivity. So this is great. You will have major inspiration due to the sun in the 5th house and the recent Mercury transit in the 5th house. And when Mercury shifts into the 6th house, when it shifts into Aries, you will have the clarity and the motivation to put these ideas into action. Then on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which starts a 2-week period where you may find yourself with a new opportunity that in some way is connected to your creativity. If any big decisions come up for you during this time, you want the theme to be follow your heart. You know what is best for you, and factoring in practicality is always good, but make sure that you are using that incredible Scorpio intuition of yours to tap into that gut feeling and allow that to heavily influence your choices. A new moon in the 5th house also indicates a heightened probability of you meeting someone new romantically, and if you are already in a relationship, this could mean that the two of you could be experiencing a new chapter in terms of the connection that the two of you have and the depth of feeling between the two of you. And since we're talking about relationships, let's discuss what the final big transit of Pisces season will mean for you, which will be when Venus shifts into Pisces on March 11th, which will also be in your 5th house. And this brings even more energy to the idea of you meeting a new romantic connection. So Pisces season for you, Scorpio, looks like the planets are really aligning for you when it comes to romance. If you are already in a relationship and you've been thinking about or even already actively trying to conceive a child, this 5th house energy is an indication of a heightened probability of success in that area. So that is extremely exciting. Also, if you've been dating someone for a while, this may be the time where the two of you establish a long-term commitment. Even something like a proposal could happen here if you've been dating someone for a while. So whether you are single and looking for love or already in a relationship, this 5th house energy is excellent for you. So overall, Pisces season is an incredible time for you, Scorpio. Scorpios. Remember, enjoying the process is the theme. This will assist you in attracting the opportunities and the people that will help this be a time of advancement, fulfillment, and momentum as we come closer to the astrological year. So embrace this energetic opening and happy Pisces season, Scorpios. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this will be in your 4th house. So Sagittarius, this is going to be a preparation phase for you. And when I say preparation phase, this doesn't mean that you won't have opportunities coming your way or success coming your way. But what this does mean is that the major momentum for you really begins during Aries season. So Pisces season is more of a time for you to make sure that your foundation is strong. If you have home repairs to do or to tend to, now is a great time to do that, because more than likely you will be way too busy in the upcoming months. If you have been planning to move, now's the time to do it. If it's been a while since you have done a major cleaning or straightening up of your home area, now's the time to do that. If there's a roommate situation that you need to tend to and have that person move out, now's the time to address that. You want to make sure that as we get closer to Aries season, you are setting yourself up to have the best possible home base. So that way, when life is bringing you the opportunities that it's meant to be bringing you this year and the intensity that comes along with those opportunities, you want to make sure that your home base is a place of support, of balancing energy, and a place where you can really go to recharge. Then you can step back out into the world at your best. So that's the overall theme for you in Pisces season, Sagittarius. On February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which will also be in your 4th house. And this indicates that if there are any issues with family members or any issues with someone that you live with, that this transit would be the perfect time to address those issues with a positive outcome. So if there is a roommate, like I was talking about earlier, that you want to talk things out with and maybe have them find a new living situation, this Mercury transit would be a really good time to address that. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be doing a separate video for, so keep an eye out for that. Then on March 9th, Mercury will be entering Aries, which will be in your 5th house. So this will be a time where you will receive a major surge of creative inspiration, Sagittarius. This will also be a time where if you are a parent, you will find a deepening connection with your child, and also if you've been teaching them anything new, this will be a time where they may really connect to the information more easily. Now on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which marks a 2-week time frame where if you are looking for a new place to live, this is a time period where you are likely to find it or actually move in. This is also a time where if you are having any challenges with a family member, you are likely to find resolution if you address those issues. If there is something from your past that might be holding you back, this will be revealed during this time also in order to give you the opportunity to resolve it and release it. This is also the perfect time for you to start a daily meditation to make sure that you are bringing a reboot to your spiritual foundation. Then we have the final big shift of Pisces season, which will be when Venus shifts into Pisces on March 11th, which will also be in your 4th house. So if you are single and you are looking for love, this actually does not indicate new romance. But if by chance you do meet someone new, this does indicate that you will meet them through a family member. But just know the odds of meeting someone new with romantic potential really aren't that high during Pisces season for you. And although the 4th house is not a major indicator of love, just keep your awareness heightened, knowing that the connection may come through a family member. And if you are already in a relationship, this could indicate a time where you and your significant other decide to move in together. Or if the two of you are already living together, you may make a major purchase regarding the home, or even decide to start looking for a home together that you're going to buy as a couple. So overall, Sagittarius, this is a time of practical building, preparing you for the excitement and the momentum of Aries season. So don't rush things. Take things slowly. You will be glad you handled all of these foundational details once things start moving forward quickly. So relax, recharge, resolve any unresolved issues, and embrace this energetic opening. And happy Pisces season, Sagittarius. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this is going to be in your 3rd house. So Capricorns, this is a time of year where you are meant to really begin to get into your flow. You will find that you are busier than usual in terms of scheduling, and you will also find that you will be interacting, networking, and communicating with people more than usual as well. You will have a surge of creative inspiration and positive energy. And the theme for you during this Pisces season is do it. No holding back, no planning. Well, plan of course, but move forward. Don't just continue planning and over exacting. It's like get your plan into place and start taking action. Most people are in a preparation phase because this is the 4-week period before the beginning of the astrological year. And for you, it is a bit of a preparation phase as well. But the way you are meant to get prepared is actually by taking action, like I was talking about before, bringing your ideas into reality, which will set you up for a strong momentum once Aries season rolls around. If you have a positive relationship with your siblings, this is going to be a time where the connection will increase. However, if you have any issues with your siblings, don't be surprised if some of these issues flare up. This goes for your neighbors as well. If these things come up, look at them as an opportunity for resolution, so that way you are not carrying any baggage into the remainder of 2024. On February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which will also be in your 3rd house. So this will be an important time to have a meditation practice. This is because your mind is going to be in high gear and it may be difficult to cut through the mental noise at times. A meditation practice will help with this, and it will also help you to sleep at night. This Mercury transit will also help to resolve any issues that do come up with that sibling or neighbor situation, which will support the sun's energy by making sure that if there is any conflict that comes up, you will be able to find the right words and the right perspective that will lead to a positive outcome. This is also an excellent time for you Capricorns out there that are writers, or if you have been wanting to start writing, this will be an excellent time for this. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be doing a separate video for, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. On March 9th, Mercury will be entering Aries, which will be in your 4th house, and this will slow your mind down a bit in comparison to that Mercury and Pisces transit, and it will also lend to perceiving things a bit more through your emotions than your intellect. So if you find yourself in any conflict, make sure that you take the time to factor in your feelings, but also factor in provable facts. Compile all the information from both perspectives so that way you come to a balanced, productive conclusion. It will also be good to know that you will work best from home during this time. Also, if you are feeling overwhelmed at any time during this transit, you will find it so much easier to recalibrate if you just take some time to yourself. This will allow you to regroup, and then you can revisit whatever situation with a new perspective. On March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will be an exciting energy, marking the beginning of a 2-week phase where you may receive an idea that, if executed, could prove to be very lucrative for you in the future. You could also meet someone new that will end up being someone that has a positive impact on your life, especially in 2024. This more than likely will be a friend or a coworker or business partner type situation, as opposed to a romantic situation. And speaking of romance, on March 11th, Venus will be shifting into Pisces, which will also be in your 3rd house, which is not a major indication of new love. However, it does bring some energy to your world of romance. And the thing is, you may more than likely meet 2 new people of which you have romantic potential, but both may end up just being for fun or for a casual dating type situation, not really long-term relationship candidates. So no soulmate connections, but still some fun and excitement, which always keeps life interesting. Now, if you're already in a relationship, you will find that there will be an importance being placed on communication when it comes to you and your significant other. So you want to make sure that you approach your relationship with an open heart, an open mind, and be willing to talk things out. So overall, Capricorns, this is going to be an excellent energy for you. So make sure to use the time and inspiration to the fullest. Embrace this energetic opening, and happy Pisces season, Capricorns. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, when the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this will be in your 2nd house. So Aquarius, this is the point of 2024 where you are meant to establish your relationship with the material world and financial abundance. As an Aquarius, you are not really a very materialistic person. You are not money hungry. Money doesn't motivate you. However, with the society and the culture that we live in, you and I both know the role that money plays in your day-to-day life. So if you look at money as energy, like everything else, you can say to yourself that you want to attract as much of that energy as possible, because by attracting that energy, as a result of that, you will have more freedom to do the things that you want to do when you want to do them. You will have a larger capacity to share, and it will also result in less stress in your life. So by changing your perspective on money, you will begin to change your relationship with it, and then change your ability to attract it into your life. So as you navigate these 4 weeks of Pisces season, bring awareness to how you think of money. Bring awareness to if you focus on lack. Does your mindset support you attracting or repelling financial wealth? This way you can make the necessary adjustments during Pisces season, so that way when the momentum of 2024 really gets going, when Aries season comes along, you will really start a strong momentum with financial gain and a nice flow of abundance. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be shifting into Pisces, which will be in your second house as well, which will put you in the mind frame of really taking your time before making any major decisions, which can be very helpful in terms of you not rushing into anything. This may be frustrating if you have to work in a group situation of any sort, but in the end, it will be beneficial in terms of the outcomes in your life. Now, this Mercury transit is also the perfect time for you to create a budget for yourself. You will have an easier time than usual when it comes to dealing with this sort of subject matter, and you also won't have a hard time getting motivated to do so. Not to mention, this will really help with you setting a strong foundation for your financial freedom moving forward. On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be making a separate video for, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Then on March 9th, we have Mercury shifting into Aries, which will be in your third house, which will switch your mindset from financial focus to a more creative perspective, which works really great in terms of beginning to prepare you for that momentum of Aries season. So don't be surprised if you get some new ideas during this Aries Mercury transit. This would be a great time to take those ideas and create a game plan in terms of how you want to bring those ideas into reality, then put those ideas into motion when Aries season comes around. Just make sure to really get it going before Mercury goes retrograde, and I'll have a video coming out on that very soon. On March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which will also be in your second house, which marks a 2-week period where you can begin to put your financial plan into action. There's also an increased likelihood of financial gain and opportunity, which is always exciting. This is an excellent time to start a side hustle and an excellent time to identify ways where you can share your time and your energy in a way that can benefit someone else. The energy that you put out is really gonna have a strong impact on what you get back during this time. So sharing will be a huge way to not only feel great, but to also maximize the manifesting energy of the new moon. Then we have the final big transit of Pisces season, which will be when Venus shifts into Pisces on March 11th, which will also be in your second house. So unfortunately, for those of you that are single and looking for love, this Venus transit is not a big indicator of new romantic love. However, it is a great indicator for financial gain. So an increase in abundance will only make dating easier down the line, so embrace this energy while it is working for you. If you are already in a relationship, the topic of money may come up during this Venus transit. If it does, use it as an opportunity for the two of you to get on the same page when it comes to money and the role that it plays in the relationship and the role that each of you want to take on in terms of your input. So overall, Pisces season is a fantastic time for you to increase your flow of abundance, Aquarius, which is very exciting because Aries season is going to be a time of opportunity and creativity and excitement. So having that strong financial foundation will just make the rest of 2024 that much more enjoyable. So embrace this opportunity and happy Pisces season, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, here it is, your season. And I want to wish all of you unique, intelligent, creative, passionate Pisces out there a year where your dreams come true, where you find fulfillment, fun, peace, wisdom, deep connection, and most of all, love. So happy birthday, Pisces. When the sun shifts into Pisces for you, this will be in your first house. So this is right on time as we all prepare for Aries season, which is the start of the astrological year, where 2024 really gets underway. You have been feeling a bit stagnant lately, more than likely, maybe even a bit uninspired, because Aquarius season was a time for you where you're really meant to identify what you want to let go of and what you've had enough of in order to make space for all of the abundance coming your way, Pisces. Now, with the energy of the sun in your first house, you will feel a surge, a charge, and you will be motivated to take action accordingly. You can expect new opportunities to be coming your way, new inspiration, and an opening for you to really step into the 2024 version of yourself, Pisces. So keep that in mind as you walk through your season. And also know that if you are holding on to any negative energy or any relationships from the past, you will be standing in the way of your manifesting. Now on February 23rd, Mercury will be entering Pisces, which will also be in your first house, which will really assist you in having new ideas or even inspiration in terms of the best way to create the change in your life that you seek. However, it can also lend to a lack of follow through. So make sure when you have an inspired moment and an idea that you know is a great idea, don't just leave it in that idea phase. Really take the time and say, how am I going to put this into action? On February 24th, we have the full moon in Virgo, which I will be making a separate video for, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Then on March 9th, Mercury will be shifting from Pisces into Aries, which is in your second house, which will give you great insight into how to make more money. This also makes this an excellent time to create a budget for yourself. The only real drawback to this Mercury transit is you may operate a little more slowly than usual, and you may be irritated by other people more easily, but if you just stay focused and make sure that you are not giving any of your energy to any unnecessary drama, then you should be able to make it to the other side of this Mercury transit with the positive as opposed to negative results. Now on March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, which marks the start of a 2-week period where you will begin to attract those new opportunities into your life. If there's any project that you've been wanting to start, this would be an excellent time to start it. And this is also a great time for bringing a new energy to a romantic relationship if you're already in a relationship. If you are single, this also increases the likelihood of you meeting someone new with strong romantic potential. And speaking of romance, this takes me to the final transit of Pisces season, which will be when Venus shifts into Pisces, which will also be in your first house, also indicating new love, which is very exciting. It indicates a new perspective when it comes to love. It will bring a renewed sense of confidence when it comes to how you see yourself in relationships. And if by chance you have been wanting to change up your look at all, this is an excellent energy for that as well. Now, whether you are single or in a relationship, this is also an excellent energy for financial gain. So be prepared to be bringing in more money. So overall, Pisces, this 4-week period is going to be an exciting time of new beginnings, new perspectives, new opportunities, and maybe even new love. Just make sure that you are doing your part by leaving the past in the past, keeping your focus on the things that bring you joy, and making sure to not give your precious time to people with small energy or small situations. So embrace this energetic opening. Happy birthday and happy Pisces season. Okay, so there you have it. What to expect for love and your life overall during this Pisces season from February 18th through March 19th. So let's stay focused on making the choices that lead to the actions that support your truth and will assist you in manifesting the things that you desire and definitely deserve. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.